I'm just going to talk about truth, and I want to talk about a partial truth and whole truth, and why it's important that we grab the whole truth. And I'm going to give you a bunch of scriptures about the truth that he talks about. If you know the truth will set you free. I want to talk about partial truth. Partial truth is we learn about God's love, but we think it's something that we have to earn. Therefore, we're always running around trying to please Him when His love is His grace and mercy. And because we walk in His love, He gives us a supernatural ability to please Him. It's not something we do, it's something we receive and then we react on. A partial truth is knowing that we're supposed to love everyone. But if we think that it's something that we're supposed to do within ourselves, we run around trying to please everyone, and we can get into messy works and be very discouraged because you can't please everyone. And so partial truths can bring bondage, and can bring not the freedom and the openness and the wholeness that we're all seeking for. So I'm going to talk about living truly and giving us the ability to truly live. So in other words, when we have a partial truth, when we think that the Big Ten is the only way to preach to anyone, when maybe we're supposed to prophesy to a person, we'll miss opportunities to get to draw people into His kingdom because we thought that the only way to minister to anyone was this set way. When we're made so different that God isn't caught in He wants us to be able to minister to everyone the way they need, not the way we think it is. And if we minister to people only the way that, let's say, we're caught into the Big Ten, you ever lied, you ever stole, you ever cheated, and all of us raise our hands and say yeah and amen. If you think that's the only way, then you're going to be caught in condemnation. And so God wants us to know His freedom, and it says that if we know the truth shall set us free. But we have to make sure we know all the truth. And so to know the truth is to live a full, free life. John 8:32, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 14:6, Jesus said to him, I am the way and the truth and the life. No man comes to the Father except through me. Psalms 145:18, the Lord is near to all those who call upon Him, to all who call upon Him sincerely and in truth. Ephesians 4:15, rather let our lives lovingly express truth in all things, speaking truly, dealing truly, living truly. See, it matters to God that we know the whole truth. Notice it doesn't say living in doubt or living questionably or living in a partial truth. It says living in His truth, we shall be set free. So I'm going to deal with something we all love, but I want you to understand that if we grab a hold of this one truth, we will know wonderful freedom. And this is the truth. No more excuses. I'm telling you, this got me. I am not going to live in excuses. I think that one of the biggest examples I can give you in my personal life right now is my weight. See, I have a hard gene pool. Most of the women in my family are very large. And I could live under the truth that my thyroid is lower than it should be. That's true. But we still are exactly what we eat. We weigh exactly what we eat. That's the truth also. Now, I don't like that truth. I don't like the truth that I need to get up every morning and exercise my metabolism goes a little faster. I don't like that truth. I like the truth that I should be able to eat everything I want to, anytime I want to, and weigh exactly what I want to. But see, those are not truths. Now, Jesus set us free. And He says not to be in bondage to what you eat or what you don't eat. Absolutely. But still, the truth is that I will weigh exactly what I always wanted to weigh because it's equivalent to what I put in my mouth. You know, the arm disease. Now, I don't like those truths, okay? I don't like those truths that I am completely responsible for my happiness. and nobody else. Not my husband, not my situation, not my church, not my children, not my family. That if I'm not completely, utterly happy and content and whole and at peace, that I have to go back and look in the mirror of Jeanette Rita Fisher and decide where I went wrong, because my peace, my happiness, my joy should not be up and down in response to how people act around me. Now that's the truth. Now those are hard truths. But if I grab a hold and I step in those truths, I will know complete freedom. Because I no longer will be moved by the way everybody else behaves. Now, can I tell you that yesterday I didn't have a problem with this truth? No, I had a problem. I had a problem with this truth. And I had to fight not being bothered by something, all right? But I know that it shouldn't own me. And in the truth of that knowledge, he can set me free. Because then I know to ask him, as I'm going through those situations, for supernatural divine power and his ability to help me. And I'm telling you, I am after truth and I am after wholeness, and I know that you are too. So let's put this as a mantra. Let's write this on our head. Let's put this over our vest. Let's write it on our hands. No more excuses. Luke 19:1-10, it tells the story of Zacchaeus, and he is a little guy. He was a tax collector. They did not like him. And they did not like him because he was a citizen. He was a Jew, but he acted like a citizen of Rome. He was a Jew, but he stole their money, and he lived off the extra. Okay, but what people don't talk in the beautiful story of Zacchaeus, because this is what he did, is he heard that Jesus was coming to his town, and he runs out there in the crowd, and the crowd is so full, he knows that he can't see Jesus because he's a little short man. You know those songs in Sunday school, Zacchaeus was a little man. Anyways, you don't want to hear me sing. Anyways, as I'm studying this, I'm thinking about those songs that we learned in Sunday school. And so he climbs a tree so that he can see Jesus, because he's so excited about seeing this man of God, this man that's done all these miracles. You know, they're calling him a rabbi. He wants to see Jesus, so he climbs the tree. And you know, Jesus, he does what he does for us over and over again. He reaches out to Zacchaeus, knowing he's the sinner. Man, I was crying this morning, knowing that he was the worst of sinners, knowing that nobody liked him, knowing that he didn't fit in. And he said, Zacchaeus, come on down. I'm going to go to your house today, and I'm going to eat at your house. And it got Zacchaeus. It got him because he knew the truth. He knew he was a villain. He knew he was a thief. He knew he was a bad boy. He knew how wicked he was. He knew he stole. He knew he manipulated. He knew he controlled. And this Jesus, this God, looks at him and says, come on down, Zacchaeus. I see something in you. I'm going to come to your house today. Man, and that's what Jesus does to us over and over and over again. You saw Jeanette Rita Fisher in all my sin, in all my little crutches of I can't, and I don't like it, and it hurts, and all my little wine-bagging things, and he said, Jeanette, come on down. I'm going to come dine at your house today. I'm going to tell you the secret of Zacchaeus. I'm going to tell you a secret for us. Zacchaeus did not wine-bag. Zacchaeus did not make excuses because he had a bad childhood. Zacchaeus didn't make excuses because nobody liked him. Zacchaeus didn't make excuses because the Sadducees and the Pharisees hated him. He said, listen, I'm going to restore everything I've taken. He said, if I have taken from anybody, I'm going to restore 4 times what I took, what I owed. And I'm going to give to the poor. Immediately, he stood up and he took responsibility. He didn't say, woe is me, Jesus. He said, listen, I know I'm a sinner. I know what's wrong, and I'll do everything within my power to correct it. And in that supernatural ability to confess and to say the truth, Zacchaeus was supernaturally changed from that moment on. And not only did he get to go to heaven, his whole family got to go to heaven. So let's make it today. Let's put it on our chest. Let's wear it. No more excuses. Let's face ourselves in the mirror when I look at Jeanette Rita Fisher. And let's say, I'm okay, I'm on my way. And deal with those things so that we can be completely free. Free. The man that is free indeed. Let's have that freedom.